Welcome to the world of Mojato. Now, once you go to mojato.com, that world will open up with lots of artwork, collectibles, and jewelry. But every week, we like to dip into that world and pull out little collections that we have that show you that art can be so much more than just a river passing by two mountains, though we've got a lot of that as well. This week, we take you to a collection that the gallery Art Motif from Delhi has put on board Mojato, where hand-woven fabric sourced from various clusters across the country comes together not for you to wear, but to hang on your walls and enhance your surroundings with.
The laborious process of resist dyeing involves multiple stages. For artist Neha Puri Dheer, the beauty of the process lies in crafting a creation which begins its journey in its absolute contradiction, its polar opposite, its negative. To add to this complexity of working in reverse, the art also requires planning a precise chemistry of colors. In addition, the very form, the texture on the surface of the artwork is also planned and prearranged by deciding the thread count for the fabric surface and by literally placing the design on the fabric at the resisting stage. The Art of Shibori, a collection of Neha's work, is being showcased at the gallery Art Motif in Delhi and available online on Mojato.
So this show that is presented by Art Motif Gallery on Mojato is actually a very unique show. Neha works with textile that she sources from across the country, and she uses a very painstaking technique of stitching, creating patterns and then applying color and pigment to it. The work titles are month or weeks, clearly referring to the movement of the moon and the shape that she's creating, the patterns. Another work is titled Aspect. You can clearly see it's sort of, probably referencing to the opening of a camera lens and creating that pattern. For most parts, the works are very abstract in nature and can be interpreted, the patterns can be interpreted in multiple ways.
Every work of art that you will encounter here is inimitable and one of a kind. Each bears the mark of many hands it has passed through, from the spinners and weavers of silk to the artist herself. The process of the art is laborious, but it is also one of love and care, of nurturing a thought from its conception through to its realization.
Now, I feel the works on textile, that Neha has put are a very refreshing break, in a sense, from the usual canvas and paperwork that we are used to seeing. So for a collector, for their home, it's actually a wonderful addition and can really become a talking point, a point of discussion around as a new entrant on someone's wall.
Well, from textile-inspired artwork to textile that is used in cushion covers. Yes, we do merchandise on Mojato as well, and the brand that we'd like to highlight is called Monsoon and Beyond. Its Austrian creator fell in love with India when on a diplomatic mission here, but there's nothing diplomatic about the fact that each piece in her collection is inspired by her experience here.
So Monsoon and Beyond is all about craftsmanship and design. So I combine the amazing handicraft that is there in this country with my rather contemporary and European design sensibility. And that's, I think, also the unique part of my designs. You can put any of my creations in any home in this world. It doesn't necessarily say this is like from India. It's just something that I think is beautiful. Every single collection that I create tells a particular story about India. I only use natural materials, so it's only cottons. I use silk, for example, and I'm a big fan of Chanderi actually lately. I love it. I particularly choose the fabric depending on what kind of story I want to tell. If I create a wintry collection, obviously I use heavier materials. And if I use a summer collection, it has to be Chanderi, silk, something light. But it's all about high quality, and it has to tell or he has to reflect the story that I want to tell, basically.
Well, that's all for this week. We'll see you next week. But in the meantime, do visit mojato.com. It's a lovely online platform where you can gaze at art and so much more at your own leisure, no matter what the weather outside. Plus, we also bring the work of physical galleries to you. So what more? Have a great weekend.